The Canon EOS R5 was supposed to be announced in March, according to Canon rumors. So what happened? Well, I've got the details. But first, I encourage you to subscribe and choose all notifications so that way you're kept informed on the latest camera gear news and rumors like the R7. It was a very, very cold day back in February when Canon rumors announced that the Canon EOS R7 is going to be announced in March. I got excited. You got excited. In fact, it was one of my most popular videos for February. But February came and went, no more information. The month that we were supposed to get the announcement, March, came and went, and nothing. And of course, here we are in April, the month almost completely gone, it being the 25th, and nothing. Well, not exactly nothing. You see, Canon rumors has come out and told us that the Canon EOS R7 is still in play. It's coming out, but it's not going to be announced in the first half, nor in the third quarter. It's going to be announced in the fourth quarter of 2022. And that puts it in December, November, or October. Wow, not even September. I think what's most likely going to happen is we might get an October announcement. Canon rumors didn't give us any more details. They didn't give us any specifications. They didn't even confirm if this is going to be the much anticipated successor to the Canon 7D Mark II, or if it might be a full-frame camera. I previously interviewed Craig at Canon rumors in this video here, and here's what he told me about the Canon EOS R7. That it's going to be the successor to the 7D Mark II. That number 7 has a special place with Canon. So the 7D Mark II, its successor, is going to be the R7. But the rumors don't confirm that. They don't validate it. We don't have any more specs. We don't have any dates other than the announcement is supposed to take place in the fourth quarter. This has me wondering, what about the R1? We were supposed to get an announcement of the R1 in the fourth quarter of this year, at the very least some sort of full-blown announcement or a development announcement, with the camera to come in the first half of 2023. I'm beginning to wonder if the R7's been pushed by 6 months. What could the R1 be pushed by? May we get an announcement this year at all? We'll just have to wait and see. But what do you think? What do you think the R7 is going to be? Do you really believe this is going to be a successor to the 7D? Because I know many of us are waiting to see that camera. Or is it going to be a full-frame mirrorless camera? What do you think? Let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want to know the latest information about the Canon R7, the R1, or any other camera gear, whether it be Canon, Sony, Pentax, Lumix, whoever, go ahead and subscribe and choose all notifications. So that way you're notified of the latest news and rumors around camera gear, lenses, accessories, and all sorts of other things that this channel covers. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. So people are tuning in. They want to know if you know any information that isn't out there yet. And what I want to do right now, and we can bounce around from camera to camera. Craig, what can you tell us that hasn't been put out on Canon rumors right now or the rest of the internet? What can you tell us about cameras coming out in 2022 that you know information that isn't yet out there? What can you tell us?
There may not be any cameras in 2022 of the high yield market. So this is something I try to explain to people. Why hasn't Canon, released a 35-1.4 yet, or a cheap whatever, or a less expensive RF camera? And the reason for that is the stuff that costs less, they sell more of. So they have to make, they can announce a 1200 millimeter lens. They might sell 100 of those, I could guess. A 35-1.2, well, they'd probably sell 10,000 in a month if they could. They can't manufacture 10,000. So why are they going to announce something like that? And that's going to be the same thing, I think, with the R7. It is definitely going to sell 10-1 to an R3. They can put the R3 out and get it together, but how do you scale manufacturing when you have all these supply chain issues? How do you, all you're going to do is have ticked off customers. But I think one of the problems they also have, and they have to balance, is everything looks good today, but in 12 months, will this still be a camera that will be competitive with whatever comes out 6 months from now? So I think there's a lot of stuff on the engineering and accounting and manufacturing side of things of when's the perfect time to announce something that we can't maybe make enough of. So there will be cinema EOS announcements in 2022, but EOS R announcements maybe not until like Q4,
Mhm.
and then they may not start shipping until 2023. Again, that comes from people talking, and the gentleman that said it could possibly come in March or April. I've spoke to him recently, and he says even like the retail chains are being sort of, they don't know. There's a few retailers that know stuff well in advance, as you could probably imagine, and they don't know, and they have no 6-month product idea from Canon at the moment. So that tells me Canon really doesn't actually know at the moment when and how they can beat these challenges.
So at present, what you reported on back in October last year, and what we understood based on October last year, almost 4 or 5 months later, we're finding out that, yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get much in the first half of 2022. We're more or less looking at traditional September, October, November.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think they have to announce something just to keep the brand, but I don't think we'll expect anything. They hit the market this year.
Well, the real big thing is, how do I have news to have a channel?
It's
looks
true.
Looks like it's going to be another slow year.
One thing I'd say, the roadmap on Canon rumors for lenses, at least, has been pretty bang on accurate. I've had some speed discrepancies, but like the 800 and 1200, I reported about that a year ago.
Yep.
The upcoming autofocus tilt shift lenses.
Yep.
Again, I could see those sorts of things being announced because it's how many people buy tilt shift lenses.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also very complex to make. So it's there's so many challenges and so many things unknown and up in the air, and everyone just wants it to all be better and get on selling and making and buying and doing business.
Yeah, no, I mean, me too. I've already told people that I said, you might get a development announcement on the R1 later this year, but I don't think we'll get an announcement until maybe January at the earliest, and then maybe availability in March in limited quantities. But I do want to focus on the R1 a little bit, because this is one of those cameras where in 2021 early, we had a lot of rumors coming out, and then all of a sudden, it's almost like those rumors completely disappeared.
Yeah.
What could you speculate? Give us what you think has got an 80% chance, and then what is pure speculation, but certainly makes sense based on what you know of Canon and some of the current offering.
Well, I think there might be something to that 85 megapixel thing. I don't think so. I do know there is a higher, again, like an R5S coming. There's a high megapixel version of that family. It may not mimic the R5. It may sort of build off of it. So I don't think that they'll have a camera like that and then put the same sensor in something like an R1 at 85 megapixels. So everything I've said is, or heard, or people that have been in prototyping, it's probably going to be around 50 megapixels. It'll shoot 8K in every single way possible that any of you could imagine. 4K at 200 or whatever frames per second. That sort of thing. I have been told they're working on a new swivel for the screen, so it will swivel and do more than Canon's current one, which just comes out, flips around. Because I know some people don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
They'd want it to work out the back instead of out the side. We're going to see a massive advancement in EVF resolution. So they're going to spend a lot of time with that. Something like an R1 is definitely going to be used by sports photographers and whatnot, and they have their eyes stuck to the EVF. Beyond that, I honestly don't believe the camera is decided yet. I still believe they need more people using the R3, pros using the R3, getting feedback from the R3 to really finalize an R1 product.